Good morning, West Coast. Good afternoon, East Coast. Hello to everybody in between and outside. It's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter. Hope you're having a great Sunday. It is Sunday once again. And I'm not feeling great, to be 100% honest with you. I don't know what happened yesterday, but I had some like really bad body aches and just not feeling great. Still not 100% today. We'll see how long I can last on live stream today, but if I cut it short, just know I also popped a cough drop right in my mouth right before we got started. So if you see me I have it up in my cheek right now as I'm trying to talk. But yeah, hope everybody's having a great day. I'm doing okay. Feel much better today, but just not 100%, you know, just I had really bad body aches yesterday and I just didn't I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. If I picked up a bug, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here. We're going to stay as long as we can today, and we'll see what happens. Hope everybody's having a great day. Layla's here, Jonathan's here, Shelly, Lisa, Michelle is here, Bobby, Cindy, Lisa. Let's see. Love your sweater, Ian. Thank you. I love this one too. I was literally, for the past 5-10 minutes, because I know someone's going to ask me where I got this what do they call that? Sweatshirt, where I got this sweatshirt from. And I had the card for it, and it has a QR on it, and I literally have been looking around the room because I had it in here, and I have no idea what I did with the QR code. It had it had the name of the Etsy, no, of the website. It was a website. It had a website, it had a QR code, and I'm literally looking around my room and I can't figure out where I put it. I have no idea where it is. So if you're interested in knowing where this sweatshirt came from, you can email me and I will let you know, because I cannot for the life of me remember anything. I know it's in Canada. I do know it's in Canada. So that's that. It takes them 3 weeks to get these made. And I'm just so mad that I can't find the freaking thing. Oh well, anyways. Hope everybody's having a great day. I already said that 20 times. Let's see. Michelle says, sorry that you aren't feeling well. Take care of yourself. I am, for sure. I was actually supposed to go to Busch Gardens yesterday with a friend of mine, and thankfully it was raining all day, so we didn't end up going. And I'm very glad about that. I'm looking over here because I'm like, ooh, did I put it in the drawer over there? I'm glad that we ended up not going, because about 2 o'clock yesterday is when I started to feel pretty bad. And I took NyQuil last night, which I don't normally take NyQuil, obviously, because I'm not sick most of the time. But I feel really groggy today, even after a cup of coffee. I'm still very groggy. So, rain fog is real and unforgiving. Rain fog, tell me more. I'm curious. I'm wondering. Brain fog. Okay, all right. I was like, rain fog, tell me more, because it has been raining here the past few days. So I'm like, I wonder if it's the weather, as the weather has been moving through, because it seems like I felt really bad yesterday when the weather was the crappiest. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Before I get started today, I need to send a quick thank you and also kind of ask a question. Hey Leo, good to see you. Leo's working, he texted me right before I got started today. He said he was going to be working on a quilt sleeve for a quilt. So he's here just hanging out in the background. So good to see you, Leo. Quick thank you. One of you out there named Lisa sent me a wonderful birthday present. You sent me some vinyl. It has rainbows on it, and no, it's a little hard to see in the packaging, but it's vinyl with rainbows. It's vinyl with little ghosties on it, which is adorbs. And then some flamingo vinyl as well. So it's clear vinyl, but it's got these images on them, which is super awesome. So thank you, Lisa. Lisa, unfortunately, your address on the package was wiped off. So normally, when people send me things, which I'm super appreciative of, this was a birthday present for me. So Lisa, you know who you are from this card alone. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate you. The sweatshirt is from Boutique SMT. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate you very much for doing that. Um, head over to Boutique SMT. I think it's boutiquesmt.ca, if I remember correctly. Um, Let them know that Ian sent you over there, by the way. So Lisa, I normally send a thank you postcard. So if you will do me a favor, Lisa, if you are watching this, please send me an email with your mailing address since yours was wiped off of the box that I received. Jonathan says I can find anything. Yeah, .ca. That's what I thought. Boutiquesmt.ca. Tell them Ian sent you. They started following me on Instagram after I ordered from them, or maybe they were following me before I ordered from them. But either way, their Instagram account was following me, and I followed them back after I checked it out. So, so Lisa, send me your address so I can get a thank you postcard in the mail to you. Thank you so much for I love the vinyl. I've been like figuring out how to use them, and you'll probably see me use one on Alive in the future. So. Anything else? I can't think of anything else at the moment. Lisa says, no postcard needed. Glad it made it there. Well, Lisa, I want to say thank you very much. I try very hard to thank everybody with those postcards. So, Lisa, thank you. I really do appreciate it. I love it. I can't wait to use them. The flamingos, I actually think I'm going to use some of it to make something for my mom because she loves flamingos. So I'll probably end up using some of that for her as well. So thank you, Lisa. Thank you, thank you. A big applause to you. If I can find where's my applause? There it is. Big applause to you. Thank you. All right. So what are we doing besides picking in my teeth to get my cough drop out of there? So last week, y'all watched me make this block. This is the Hunter Star block. This is made with the Creative Grids rulers. So this is the tool specifically to make Hunter Star blocks. I have 8 fabrics from our friend Mr. Bones Sews. They came out with fabric, and I say they because it's Mr. Bones and his handler, Kim. They came out with fabric last year that is Mr. Bones themed. And there are 8 prints, technically 9 because there was a tote bag, but we're not using the tote bag print. So we are making Hunter Star blocks using all 8 fabrics. We're going to make 12-inch Hunter Star blocks, 7 across, 8 down. And last week y'all told me y'all wanted to do another Hunter Star block on the live stream today. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to work on making another Hunter Star block using some more fabrics. I did go through and I finished cutting all the fabric, which was a lot of fabric to cut. And I made a handy dandy little chart. So here is all of my fabrics labeled A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And we are going to go through and make all of the blocks. So I actually made a chart showing all the blocks that are needed. We're making 2 of each block. So each of our combinations is made up of 2 check boxes. So that way we can check them off as we're using them. Did my chat freeze? I feel like my chat is frozen. Maybe not. Okay. I guess it's not. I guess nobody just said anything recently. It's been in the same spot for a long time now, and I'm like, is it frozen? Is it not? Anyways, so today we're going to be making our GH combination block, and if you look at the chart, we have G and H down here at the bottom. So we're going to be using these 2 fabrics today to make today's block. Sound good? I am a little surprised y'all wanted to make another one. But I don't mind. I don't mind at all. So today, we're going to do it again. We're just not typing. Yep. All right. So, I have my instructions out there again. Switch cameras. There we go. Yeah, so that's what we're going to work on today. Another Hunter Star block. So let's get to it, shall we? First thing we're going to do, as we repeat the process that we did last time, remember that we are going to Let's see. From the third column. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to start off with our longer pieces. Now remember, freeze. Freeze. Why am I freezing? What happened? I didn't do it. Remember, we're going to do 4 of our left and 4 of our right. So whenever we do this, whenever you're using this tool, just remember that you have to do mirror images. 4 of one way, 4 of the other. Don't do it like I did the first time when I made the block and ended up with the freaking wrong way fabrics. Don't do that. Don't do that one. Learn from my mistake. All right. Let's see. Let's see. I'm living vicariously since Fat Quarter Shop still does not have any of my Halloween fabric and in stock, and since my machine is temporary dead. Oh no. Love the Hunter Star block. I made mine from the AccuQuilt die. Cuts out so fast. I'm cleaning my hummingbird feeders today, so I'll be in and out. No worries, Karen. Get those hummingbird feeders ready. I'm sewing binding on my quilt. Excellent. And then Ingrid says, I'm working on the Art East second star to the right pattern. Awesome. That looks like a fun pattern. Just looks like a lot. Just looks like a lot. All right, so I'm going to grab my first 2. With this tool, with this ruler, you can make Hunter Stars that are 12-inch, 14-inch, or 16-inch. And I'm using this tool to make the 12-inch blocks. So I'm making the 12-inch blocks for the Hunter Star. How's everybody's weekend been? Since I have been not feeling well, hopefully everyone else is doing okay and having a good weekend. Hopefully nobody is in California near that tank that is threatening to go boom. I was actually talking with a friend of mine, and he's not affected, but he has some friends with him that are affected by it, so they've had to have been evacuated. Ian, did you hand applicate? No, I did not. I did not. This sweater is from the website that Jonathan typed into the chat a little while ago. Wait, let me read that again. Ian, do you do hand applique? No, I do not. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the shirt. No, I do not do hand applique. However, I say that I did work on my entry for the North Texas Quilt Festival this week. I have gotten it fully put together so that those strips, those colored strips that I've been working on a few times on the live stream, I did finish all of them. I put them all together and I put them into the quilt top. I then quilted the quilt top, and there was one piece that needed to be raw edge applique on, so that happened. Shelly says, I understand how you feel. I was sick with some virus for 2 weeks, coughing my head off. Thankfully, the only thing that has happened with this one is I just don't feel like myself. Hi, Jenna. Good to see you. I just don't feel like myself. Like, that is the only thing. I'm not at 100%, right? Love Loathingly says, I'm at an antique store and they have a featherweight, but I don't know anything about them really. Look in good shape. Love Loathingly, make sure that they spin. Like, make sure that they you can hand crank them. That is one of the most important things, is sometimes they seize up and you can't crank them. So make sure that you can crank them and that the wheels do turn on it, because that's going to be super important. If it does turn, more than likely, I am no expert. Do not take this as advice, because I am not an expert on refurbishing older machines. But usually, if you can still crank them and everything is moving, usually you're going to be able to fix it no matter what's wrong with it. Hi, Banana Joe. Good to see you. Oh, excellent. Jenna says, I ordered myself a hoodie like yours, only in gray. Awesome. Excellent. Hopefully you told them that I sent you there, because I would love for them to know that I sent you over to their store. So yeah, make sure that they hand crank most of the time, not always, but most of the time, as long as that is as long as they are able to move freely, you should be able to fix anything that could go wrong with them, right? Like, it should be okay. It's not a guarantee. Don't say Ian told me that it'll always work out 100% of the time, because no. Lynn is asking, is there a code for the next PMQ? So, I talked about this last week, but you may not have been here. Cotton Cuts has put a pause on their ambassador program. So I'm not sure what the new ambassador program is going to look like. They haven't made any announcements. They haven't told me anything on what the new program looks like. But at this moment, it doesn't look like I'm going to be an ambassador for Summit unless things change within the next few days and they let me know. So no code for this next one, because none of the ambassadors are being a part of this one, so we'll just have to see what happens. I think one works. It looks like really good condition, but without doing research, I'd be worried. So you could always ask them, Lovelingly. You can ask to plug it in. Like, I think that would be more than fair for the antique store to allow you to plug it in and see if it works. Thank you, Banana Joe. Appreciate that. Thanks. Sorry to hear that. Me too. I like Cotton Cuts a lot, but I'm excited to see what the future of their ambassadorship or partnership or whatever they're doing looks like. We'll just have to wait and see what they decide to do. I think they're growing pretty big and they have a lot going on. So I think they're trying to revamp the ambassadorship into something that now works with their current model or their current size versus, the old one. So I don't know, but we will wait and see what they come up with. All right. There are all of those. What are you making today? I'm working on the Hunter Star. Everybody wanted to continue working on the Hunter Star today, so that's what we are doing. We're going to be working on our second Hunter Star using a different set of fabrics. I think this one's going to be really cute because it's white fabric and orange fabric. I think it's going to be really, really cute. Hi, Georgie. Good to see you. Auntie Carol, or excuse me, Auntie L, excuse me, I'm so sorry, Auntie Carol, where the heck did that come from? Auntie L, no worries, she says, sorry, lost track of time. No worries. No worries at all. Just glad you are here as always. All right, so what I'm doing now is I have the shorter pieces, and the shorter pieces get cut on both sides. So we cut the angle into both sides. I really do love this ruler because it really makes it easy. First of all, it has a freaking QR code on it that you can scan to go to the video. And you may not be able to see it, but right behind my hand, there's A, B, and C. So literally, I take the strips and I line them up in that A, B, or C, and it works perfectly. Lori says, I just ordered a few things from that website. Thanks for the info. Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that, Lori. Did you tell them that I sent you over there? They seem like an awesome company. Like, there was some really fun products on their website. I fell in love with the sweatshirt that I'm wearing because, Tula. Tula. That was my weakness. I will say it does take a little time for them to get the sweatshirts to you, so don't, mine was literally sitting, my order was literally sitting for like 3 weeks. I'm not even kidding you. I ordered it before QuiltCon, and it just came like a week or two ago. Oh, no worries, Lori. Sometimes websites have like a little spot where you can write a note or something like that. I couldn't remember if they had it, if they did or not, but no worries. I don't get any credit with them or anything like that. Like, not sponsored. Basically, what I'm saying is I'm not sponsored by them. It's just a nice way to kind of let people know where, you know, where their website info is getting out at. Does that make sense? Oh, nice. Excellent. Lori says I'm in Canada, so it'll be quicker. Awesome. Okay, yeah. Yeah. They also do they batch them up. Like some people, they wait for orders to come in and then they do a batch. And then they put more orders in and then they do, you know, that's kind of how their system seems to work. Hey, Zaza, good to see you. Oh boy. All right. I do love how quickly these Hunter Stars go together. If I wasn't on live stream, I could easily get one of these done in an hour. It takes me longer on here because, you know, chat and all that kind of stuff, but all right, so I've cut all my pieces. So now we're gonna start sewing everything together. Let's see here. So for instance, what I'm doing, if I have my white pieces, this is going to be the center of that, and then I have my orange pieces, and these will be the legs that go on either side of them. So that's what we're gonna sew first. What has everybody been up to this week? Very happy tomorrow is a holiday. Get an extra day to rest, which is great. I've also been starting to work on the project for our Alaska cruise. Started working on that yesterday, so it's turning out I've got one kind of going thinner. I've gone to the thinner pieces, and now I'm about to start building back out again. Jonathan says I'm tired of cutting, so I'll switch to hand sewing. Jeez. Ew, hand sewing. Don't like it. Don't like it. These are going to be super cute when they're all done. I love the fabrics. I think they're going to be super cute when it's all said and done. I can't wait to get this quilt finished. It's going to be a while because I've got a lot of stuff in the queue beforehand, but I think it's going to be cute. Who am I without my machine? I would not be hand sewing. That would not be me, that's for sure. No hand sewing for me. Let's see. Michelle says, I spent the week in Traverse City, Missouri, now back home, and it's raining. It was raining here too recently. Tracy says, hi everyone. Ian, where did you get your sweatshirt? I loved it. Scroll back up in the chat. Jonathan was so kind to find where it came from. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's boutique smt.ca, I think. Is that right, Jonathan? Did I get it right off of memory? I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm so bad at it. It was 2 seconds ago and I don't remember. That's how my brain works. It's here and then it's gone. It's here and then it's gone. I'm really excited for the Alaska project, although I am learning whenever you create a bargello, you should always drop your stitch length when working on the strips. Because I'm having some pieces come apart because they, I cut the strips really, really tiny. And so it ends up like some of the fabric is coming apart because it doesn't really have anything to hold it together. So my tip if you're making a bargello is drop your stitch length when you're working on your strip sets. Thank you, Tracy. I was right. Okay, cool. My brain does work. Maybe. Crystal, good to see you. Ingrid says, I just ordered a sweatshirt and so did a friend of mine. Excellent. I found a spot to add a note and let them know you sent us. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Wayne says, good afternoon, everyone, or hello, everybody. Making things up. Working on a pixel quilt that I had in a box for a couple of years. Awesome. What's the image of? What's the pixel image of? Jonathan says, I'm sewing on a dress that I will be glad to have done. If only I liked hand stitching. I'm worried I'm going to have to do some hand stitching on the Alaska project because I'm worried that my seams in a few places are falling apart, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. Jonathan, good tip for you when you're working on the Alaska project. Make sure you're using like 1.5 stitch length instead of your normal stitch length because it gets a little crazy. All right, so now I'm going to take this over and press this really quickly. There we go. So I'm just going to press all of the 4 that I just did. I definitely will remind you, Jonathan. I definitely, trust me, I will remind each and every one of you to use that 1.5 stitch instead of the normal stitch length because it's a pain in the booty to try and get this done. I'm going to work some more on it today, I think. After I get off live stream, I'm going to take a little rest. And then I'm going to try and work on it some more because I'd like to have the top done this weekend so that way I can get it on the long arm soon. By the way, guys, I did text with Mac. She's fine. She's not in that affected area in California. Many of you know that she's in California. She's not in that area. Lori says, I found out about shortening stitch length once. I had to go back and restitch all my little 2.5-inch squares. All the seams were coming out. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm finding out about mine, is that they are coming undone, and I'm a little upset about that. But I didn't know. So Now that I know, every time I make a Bargello from this point forward, I'm going to drop my stitch length. It'll be fine. It will be fine. All right, so here is the strips that I just finished making. So there is one set. So now we're going to work on our second set. Banana Joe is working on FPP. I really need to finish my Legit Kit Halloween one. I've had that for 2 years and it's just been sitting there. I need to get it done. I don't know. I haven't wanted to do FPP, and that one is really complex. There's a lot of pieces to it, and I just need to buckle down and do it at some point. Oh, it's the Mandalorian helmet. Awesome. That's a cool that's a cool pixel quilt. That is a cool pixel quilt idea. Hello, Nikki. Hope you're having a good day. Oops, let's not sew that backwards. Let's sew right side to right side instead of right side to wrong side. That would be helpful. So excited about this Alaskan cruise. I did book, I booked myself a massage for the cruise. Yes, I do understand that the price of massages on cruise ships are 3 times the price that they are normally. Someone was like, don't buy it on the cruise, like do it before or after. Yes, I fully understand. I fully accept that it's going to be more expensive, but I am treating myself, and that is okay. Also still working on the Seattle meetup, so if you're in the Seattle area, don't fret. I will get the information out there. I just need to get that all squared away. Also, on my Facebook page, I was asking a poll question, asking people what if you could wave a magic wand, what perk would you want to add to the membership here on YouTube? Guys, do not freak out. I think I scared a couple of people in like all of my content was going to be paid and I would not have any free content out there. That is not happening. That is never going to happen here on my channel. I'm not going to go to a paid model. The membership is if you would like to basically give a recurring tip each month, you can, but I'm not going to a paid model. My content will continue to be open access and free. People who do pay for the membership, they do certain levels get early access to videos before they officially go live. So if you see like a video is member only, don't freak out. That video is going to go public. It just is a little, you know, give it an extra 24 hours, 48 hours, and then it should be free. It should be available for everyone. So just know that I'm not looking to switch things up and make it a paid model type situation. There's only like, if it is a member only forever video, it's only like extra stuff for my members. It's not going to be a like tutorial or anything like that, right? It's going to be something that is just a little extra for my members here on the channel. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I think I scared a couple of people and they're like, oh no, he's gonna only make paid content now. No, that's not how that works. It's not how that's gonna work. Ian, Nikki says, Ian, I took your advice and went to Dutch Bros. Very, very good. I got the Coco Moco and the Kicker, very tasty. I have not had those. My favorite order there is the Golden Eagle. That is my absolute favorite order from Dutch Bros. So glad that you went to Dutch Bros and now know the gospel of the Dutch Bros. some good stuff there. I'm glad you went there, Nikki. Jonathan says trips to Busch Garden. What? Georgie says, I booked a spa day while at sea on my cruise. The day pass was was way cheaper than the massage, only I had to take some time using all of the spa. Yeah, so I hear that, yeah, you're right, that the spa package is like cheaper. Yeah, this is going to be my first cruise, so like this is kind of me learning how the whole cruise thing works, you know? So I'm very excited to try it all out. I hear that you can go to the spa on the first day and like sign up to win a package. So definitely going to stop by there and see if I can win a package, because how cool would that be? Everybody's going to be in class and they're going to be like, where's Ian? And be sitting there in the spa. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm just kidding. Y'all know I wouldn't do that. I would be there with y'all. And then immediately after, go get a facial done. And then I would go to the spa. Wah! No, just kidding. Just kidding. I know some of y'all are going to get that. Ian, take some seasick pill. I will do that. Member trips to Busch Gardens. Oh, I see, Jonathan. Hey, Katie, good to see you. Member trips to Busch Gardens. That's funny. I don't know how many members are here. Actually, that's actually a good thing. In the chat, or if you're watching this on the replay, if you are in the Seattle area, put a heart in the chat if you would like to join us for the meetup. I know that depends on many factors and you can't, like, yeah, there's a lot of factors there. I understand that. But if you are in the Seattle area and would like to meet up, put a heart in the chat so that way I see just at a quick glance here that you would like to join for that meetup. So is that a yes? No, Jonathan, that is a no. I'll go with you to Busch Gardens if you want to, but that won't be a member perk. Let's see. Karen says, the last time I went on a cruise, I won the spa door prize, which was a $50 spa credit. Ooh, nice. The lowest cost service was a manicure for surprise, $50. Well, you got a free manicure out of it then. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. You just say that. We'll make it happen. We will make it happen. Love Lovingly says, I'm not in the CA area. That is with the chemical stuff. My family had to evacuate for the Riverside river bottom fires. Oh, goodness. I am so sorry to hear that. Nikki says, I took medicine for my first cruise. I never needed it. On the 5, I took it after that. I never needed it on the 5, but I took it after that. Interesting. Lisa says, yes, please, Seattle resident. All right, good to know. Good to know. So if you are interested in joining us for the meetup in Seattle, put a heart in the chat. Yes, I am going to take the medication with me just to have it on hand. Because I would rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And it's going to be 3 times as much on the cruise itself. So Danielle says yes on the on Seattle. Excuse me, on yes on the Seattle. Awesome. I wonder if Flicky Chicky's doing okay. I know she's got a lot going on with her horse stuff and dogs and all the things, but I know she's in the LA area as well. I think. I need to get my machine into the shop because it is about time for its yearly spa visit. Michelle says, Ian, if you and Becca have staterooms next to each other, you can have the ship people unlock the door between the two decks. I think you meant between the two rooms. That makes it for more room. We are actually not connected on this one. We know what rooms we're in, and there's a couple of rooms in between us. So unfortunately, we're not right next to each other. Nikki says, I had sea legs on my first, but not since either. However, the last 5 ships have been huge, including the ship I took to Alaska. This is a big cruise ship for sure. It's not a tiny one. So I have a feeling I'm going to be fine. I've done a ferry boat, an overnight ferry, when I was in Europe, and I had no problems. I really didn't have any problems at all. So I think I'm going to be okay. But again, I would rather take the medication and not need it than need it and not have it. There are also doors on the deck. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, our rooms are still not next to each other, so that wouldn't work. Are you talking about like outside, like on the balconies and stuff? Because we are on a ship that doesn't have any balconies. They call it the infinite veranda. Is that what it's called? It's basically like a push button window that comes down. I think they call that the infinite veranda is what they're calling it. But like the room is actually a little bit bigger because there is no deck to go out on. Michelle says, I know people use that anti-sickness bracelet. They seem to work. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna grab one of those off of Amazon. The evil Amazon. Ian, I did the patches and they work great. One patch lasted me 2 days easily. Okay, excellent, Leo. Good to know. I didn't know that you've been on a cruise. Better safe than, yeah, better safe than seasick. Absolutely. Banana Joe says, when I was 6, I went on my first ship and got really sick on the first day, and it lasted 3 days to get to... I am not going to even pretend to know how to say those words and those locations, Banana Joe, but yeah. I did fine on my ferry. It wasn't a big deal. Wasn't a big deal. But again, I will have it just to be on the safe side. Because like I said, they charge like 3 times as much on the actual cruise ship. Let's see. Gotcha. Okay, you were talking about the balcony. Okay, I sorry about that. I thought that was a mistype or an autocorrect or something like that. Are you on Holland America? No, we are on Celebrity. We are on the Celebrity Edge. Hello, Rachel. Good to see you. I'm getting hungry. I think I'm going to have to eat some lunch after this live stream is over with. I wasn't feeling very hungry yesterday. I ate because I knew my body needed to eat, but I wasn't like... just wasn't interested in food. But now I'm feeling a bit peckish. Leo and I are so excited for y'all to come to Disney with us. Don't forget to check out the website where you can learn how to join Leo and I at Disney World. So excited for that one. That one is going to be amazing. It'll be Leo's first time at Disney World. It'll be my, third time at Disney World. We're going to have a blast. We've got 3 people signed up for that one already, I believe. Unless the numbers changed. It may have changed. Other people may have signed up for it. But, and you get your own, you get to take home your own Aliso M3 Pro. Hello. Hey Josh, good to see you. Hey there, hope y'all are having a good day. So far-ish. Telling everybody that I wasn't feeling great yesterday. I'm still not 100%. I think I got like a cold bug or something. I don't know what it is. Just not feeling great for some reason. But I'm glad we've got tomorrow off so I can rest some more. Ian, does your Disney retreat cost include Disney tickets at all? We are starting to plan our February trip, so I have a better idea if I could swing both. So, Love Loathingly, it does include 1 park ticket of your choice. So you can choose which park you want to go to. Leo and I are going to both Epcot and to Magic Kingdom. So we are, if you wanted to go with us on the day that we go to Epcot, you could do that. If you wanted to go the day with us when we go to Magic Kingdom, you could do that. Or you can buy an extra ticket to go both days. So it's completely up to you. Whatever you want to spend, whatever you want to do, that is totally up to you. But it does include 1 park ticket. And those park tickets are 4 p.m. on, right? So we're going to be busy working both mornings. Morning and early afternoons, and then later in the afternoon we will head over to the parks. Does that make sense? Did I answer that question well enough? There isn't much mention on the big. There isn't much motion on the big cruise. Last time we went to Alaska, there was some storms which caused some rough weather, but the ships didn't rock much even then. Awesome. Good to know. Good to know. Wasn't it beautiful listening to Josh's husband play the violin? He's incredible. I think Josh's husband has played with some big names. I feel like while we were in Raleigh for QuiltCon this year, it was like and Chella, whatever. I can't say his name correctly. Level of okay. All right, good. Yes. Yes. So it does include 1 park ticket after 4 p.m. I just gotta throw that out there. After 4 p.m. Because we're gonna be busy in the mornings. Ian, did you ever play an instrument? I sure did. In middle school, the art class was already taken, like it was already full. So I never took art in middle school, but I did take band. I took band in middle school. Yeah, that one, Jonathan. I feel like that's, Josh can correct me if he wants to, but I feel like that's who his husband was playing for while we were there. I might be wrong though. I don't know. Oh yes, he's very talented. Plays the music like a vocalist. Yes, he was one of the violinists on. Yep. Okay, so I was right. It is Andrea Bocelli. There we go. I thought that's what it was. I was right. I was right. I thought I remembered that correctly. Didn't think that was a fever dream. Hey, Judy, good to see you. Good to see you. That's really funny. I wonder if Andrea Bocelli follows QuiltCon, because I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like when I was in Phoenix in 22, I think it was 22, when I was walking back to my hotel after QuiltCon closed, I feel like there was a concert at the arena near QuiltCon, and it was him then. So, like, does he just follow QuiltCon? What are the odds that he's in the same town as QuiltCon in 2 separate times? I don't know. I just realized that, though. I was like, wait, I think he was there in 22. Instruments are hard. They really are. I did get it right. I did. It took me a hot minute, but I did get it. I have to think about it. I had to really think about it and be like, okay, this letter goes here, this letter goes here. Liz it is, says, hubby and I got to see him in Philly. He is awesome. Nikki says, Mom and I went and saw him in St. Louis. Great concert. And that is coming from a heavy metal and grunge rock fan. I love that. I love that. Could you imagine him doing grunge and rock covers? That would be awesome. That would be freaking cool. I would love to see him. Such a neat and great guy, says Judy. Josh says, I played some piano as a kid, but didn't stick with it. Banana Joe says he has a great voice, and so does his son. I don't think I've heard his son sing. To be honest, I don't even know that I knew that he had a son. He sings Perfect Symphony with Ed Sheeran. Truly beautiful, Liz. That's awesome. You know who I like? Josh Groban. Love Josh Groban. Would have been cool to see Josh as Sweeney Todd. That would have been cool. Jonathan, excuse me, says, I played violin from 3rd grade through college. I miss it sometimes. Judy says, loving the Hunter Star. You did an awesome one on the last week's. Looking forward to this week. Mateo is gorgeous, Liz says. Well, Liz, I will have to check it out. Because I don't know that I know him. I don't know that I know him. Now you're making me curious. I gotta look this up. Mateo. M-A-T-E-O. Oh, okay. All right. Looks like he's married, though. Is he? He's 28. Oh, yeah, wife. Oh, he's not married. Oh, okay. keeps his personal life very private. Well, the AI overview says he's not married, but I'm seeing some pictures of him with somebody, so I don't know. Not like that would happen anyways. You should, he's hot. Oh my goodness. Y'all are too much. Y'all are too much sometimes. Let's see. When I was 6, my mom was asked by the piano teacher to please not send me back for lessons. 0 usable talent? What? Oh my goodness. That is, wow. I don't know how to respond to that. That is terrible. The piano teacher told your mom not to send you back? Oh my goodness. Josh, could you imagine if your husband, because I believe Josh's husband gives private lessons, could you imagine your husband being like, don't ever send your kid back? My cousin married an Italian. He's gorgeous too. His name is Vinny, so I call him my cousin Vinny. That's funny. My cousin Vinny. So you part of the Sopranos? Make you an offer you can't refuse. Oh, goodness. Goodness. Vinny is short for, I'm not even going to pronounce that. Banana Joe, I'm sorry. Not even going to be able to pronounce that. Judy says the duet he did with his dad, Fall on Me, excuse me, is awesome and beautiful, worth looking up and watching. All right, so now we are going to take our blocks, and again, the great thing about these blocks is they nest, so we don't have to worry about matching up the ends. The most important part is matching up the nesting seams, so that way they fit together like a glove. Love nesting seams. If you don't know what nesting seams are, I did cover this last week, but just to make sure, in case this is your first time, you can basically sandwich the seams together so that one seam is going one way, one seam's going the other way, and when you do that, they kind of lock in together like puzzle pieces. And it's really helpful when you're trying to like get things lined up or matched up. It makes it so much easier to do it that way than if you had them pressed open. Ian, that's the I know, Melissa. I know that's the Godfather. The Godfather was Italian. Deborah says, I'm late again, but I'm here now. Welcome, Deborah. Deborah, what do I say? What do I say about being late? What do I say about being late? Everybody, what do I say? No one's ever late. You're here when you're here, and that's all that matters. Ian, I'd fix you up with my son if he wasn't already in a relationship. No worry, Liz. No worry. I'll find my Prince Charming someday. Someday. It will happen when the time is right. One thing I can't tell, I can't tell if it's from being sick or the NyQuil or what, but like my head is like spinning. It feels really, really kind of wee. Again, I don't know if it's the NyQuil or what's going on. Quilt with this fabric is awesome. Margot, I cannot wait to finish this one. It's going to be a hot minute before it's done, but I cannot wait for when I finish all the blocks, because I think it's going to be a super incredibly cute quilt. And it's going to be nice and big. It'll be what, 84 inches across, 7 times 12, what, 84 I think is what that is. So it'll be roughly 84 inches across, and then whatever 8 times 12 is going down, because there's 7 blocks across, 8 down is the measurements I'm using. So it's going to be a nice size quilt. Not going to be, you know, king size, but it will at least be big enough to cover me, and that's the most important part. You party animal, I know. Are you drinking your water? Yes, I am. I am drinking my water. That's what's in my Stanley over there. That is what I'm drinking. Oh, I thought, okay, all right. Never mind, everything's good. Also, I got to give a quick shout out to Lindsay, 96, thank you, Leo. I got to give a shout out to our friend Lindsay. Thank you, Lindsay. She is our Caterpillar friend. And she sent me a wonderful birthday box that had that Stanley and some Trader Joe's treats. So thank you so much, Lindsay, for that. All right, let's press these. I don't know how many generations Vinny's family has been here. He was living in New York when he met my cousin Kim. Awesome. Savannah says, oh, you caught the crud too. I've not stopped coughing the past week. The dizziness, brain fog from this bug is awful. Savannah, I got something. I don't know what it is, to be honest. I had really bad body aches yesterday, and that's usually my tell that something's going on. I don't know what it is. I feel better today. I'm not 100%, still got some weird kind of fogginess going on, but at least I work from home, so you know, when I go back to work Tuesday, I'm not in an office, thankfully. Happy almost birthday, Ian. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate that. Got some, I got a package from my mom in the mail. She sent me 2 birthday cards for some reason. One was in the box that she sent me, and then one was loose. I don't know. I don't know if she forgot she put one in there, or I don't know what it was, but she sent me 2 birthday cards. And then my friends have been giving me 40 gifts, getting ready to get, like, every day leading up to my 40th. Some of them have been like my nieces and nephews making stuff for me. It's been adorable. So that's fun. And then Lindsay from Caterpillar, she was kind enough to send me a box of some goodies, which is lovely. She's so kind. Like, I know she's a rep for a company and all, but like, still, she has a very personal, and she makes it very personal, you know, a very personal friendship, and I love that. That's how you do marketing right. That's how you do marketing right. I think I need caffeine. I just spent 10 minutes looking at my binding strips in my sewing room, only to remember that they were in the bag for open sew. Oops. It happens. It totally happens. Oh, Ian, you're just about to enter your 5th decade. 5th decade? Is it the fifth decade? You know, it was funny. Somebody pointed out to me that your birthday is not, like when you turn one, it's not the beginning of year one. You are ending your first year, right? Like that is every birthday you have, that's the end of that year, not the beginning. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're right about that. Josh says, and you get a couple more things headed you up your way. Thank you. Liz it is says, I love my Caterpillar light board. I do too. I love mine as well. Becca, by the way, is doing a showcase with Caterpillar. Make sure to go check out her socials. I don't remember when it is off the top of my head. I know someone in here is going to be able to pop it in the chat for me, but she's going to be doing a showcase with them on Zoom, kind of like those Tupperware parties that used to happen. So if you are interested in joining that, seats are limited, so you'll want to get in as soon as possible if it's not already full up. So head over to Becca's website. I think the information will be on there. I know someone's going to pop it in the chat here, so. I like turning 40. That was a fabulous year. Norman took me to Vienna for my birthday. That's awesome. Oh, well, that didn't work. I pushed the button for ads and nothing happened. It said no, Ian. Okay, fine. Same with the decades. Up to 10 is the first decade. That is true. So teens is the second, 20s is the third. So yeah, I'm about to enter my. Oh, I don't like that thought. I don't like that at all, Zaza. My fifth decade. Don't like it. Don't like it. That sounds weird. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm cutting and trimming my blocks as I enter the fifth decade. Don't like it. I'm not ready to be done with my 30s. Not ready to be done with my 30s. Look at how cute. Look how cute that is. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love this block. Hubby and I, says Liz, went to Ireland for my 50th. Ian, have you seen the birthday cake candle trend on? Yeah, I have, lovingly. That's kind of how I'm feeling. That's kind of how I'm feeling. For those who don't know what that trend is, it's like they're celebrating their birthday and they have like the 20 candle number in their cake, and then all of a sudden somebody pulls out the 2 and puts in a 3, or you know, whatever. Yeah, I have seen that on the clock app. Ian, you're only as old as you feel. Well, then I feel 5. I feel 5. Because that's pretty much how old I act. Trying to talk him into going to QuiltCon for my 60th. Liz, that would be awesome. I could see you in person and be, Liz, it is! Shout it down the aisle. Liz, it is! Although I have no idea what you look like, because, you know, I don't see faces on here. That's the thing that is awesome about QuiltCon, is being able to put faces with usernames, and I could be like, oh, that's who you are. I'm 29 twice. I like that. I like that. 29 twice. I just killed the bug. We're probably like, why is he slapping the wall? There was a bug. That would be a fantastic present. Let's see. What did I miss? Then we're the same age, right, Banana Joe? Ain't that the truth? Nikki says, I wish I could do my 30th over again. I felt my best. I was skinny, still looked good, only crow's feet around my eyes. I love being, but I love being retired. I am honestly not ready to leave my 30s. Everyone's like, oh, but 40 is great. And I'm like, I don't know. All right, so settle the debate for me here in the chat. Is 40 over the hill or is 50? Because I felt like it was 50 was over the hill. But my friends have been sending me over the hill stuff, and I'm like, really? So, is 40 or 50 over the hill? Did you know Liparizender horses, that is not how you pronounce that, are born dark? I did not. 30s were the best. 30s were the best. Karen says, for my 60th, my kids, niece, and sister-in-law went to New York and saw a Broadway play. That's awesome. Michelle says, old or over the hill is always 10 years older than what you are. I accept that answer. I'm seeing 50, I'm seeing 50, I'm seeing 70. $60 is over the hill, 50 is where you reach the top of the hill. Used to be 40, but now it's 50. Okay, all right. See, I remember it being 50 as over the hill. But that's just me. I'm like, am I memorizing that wrong? Oops. Oh, wow. Auntie L says, my sister sent me black roses for my 25th because it was quarter of a century. She's a year older than me. Oh, my goodness. Tisha is 5 years older than me, and I always make fun of her all the time. I'm like, how does it feel to be 50? And she's like, brat. I tease her a lot. I tease her a lot about that. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I love this block. Oh, it's going to be great. Y'all are going to love it so much. Y'all are going to love it. It's so cute. All right, let's put that right there. Somebody said technically 40 is over the hill, but I'll be making a list of those who pointed out. Yep. 40 I don't think is over the hill anymore. I feel like Zaza is right when she said 50 is the new 40. Deborah says it used to be 50, but people like to jab people younger, but over the hill to me would be like 75 and older because you're looking over the horizon. The oldest sibling, but I'm better health and looking than all of my youngest. Oh my goodness. My aunt's license plate used to be staying 28. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Liz, says he's already freaking out since he turns 69 next year. Nice. Should I probably pin this? I probably should, but do I care? No. I don't, y'all know me, I don't hardly ever use pins. I used to say 29 and holding. Liz, oh me, I meant 60. Okay, I was like 69, nice. Because, you know. The 9 and the 0 keys are right next to each other, and I have definitely made the mistake of hitting the 9 key instead of the 0. I was trying to write May 30th because someone was asking what day my birthday is. And instead of saying, oh, it's the 30th, I wrote, oh, it's the 39th. And they were like, what? I'm like, sorry. I meant the 30th. The hill is supposed to represent your lift. Since the mean lifespan in the U.S. is like 80 years old, the top of the hill is 40. So I think over 40 is technically over the hill. I mean, that makes sense to me. But also, I feel like we're also maybe living a little longer than we used to. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we're not, but it feels that way to me. I think y'all are gonna love this block, guys. It is so cute. It's so cute. This is gonna be such a cute quilt. It's gonna be so stinking cute. I can't even with it. Oops, don't get lost there. Every year is a gift. That is good, Zaza. I like that. Every year is a gift. That is very, very true. By the same token, I'm also not afraid of what comes next. It's not the end. Definitely not the end. It's just the next phase, the next chapter. Although I'm not ready for that next chapter, and it'll happen when it's meant to, but I'm not scared of it. All right, guys, are you ready for the big reveal? Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. Y'all are not going to be able to stand this. Y'all are not even going to be able to stand this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Look at that. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, that's so cute. And it's cool because when I put the other block next to it, it's going to make another hunter star. Can you see this on? Not really. Like you can kind of see it starts to form another hunter star up. I know I really need to get an overhead camera, but there we go. Kind of. So you can kind of see it starts to form another hunter star up in the top corners. But that hunter star is gonna be made out of 8 different materials. Excuse me, 8 different materials. So look at that. Oh, it's cute. I love it. I love it so much. So good. So good. There we go. This is going to be a cute quilt when it's done. It's going to be so cute. I have a long way to go. I've got however many blocks to make. 2, 4, 6. I have this many blocks to make. So I have a lot more blocks that need to be worked on, but we will get there. 56 blocks, was it? I think it's 56. I don't know. A lot of blocks. So I will be continuing to work on that. I need to check this one off the list. I don't even have a pin next to me, so I can't, but Jenna, is this fabric collection called Mr. Bones? It is called Mr. Bones Sews, I think is what it's called. I don't have a selvage with me over here, so I don't know off the top of my head. It's in the, I can't get it. Here we go. Yeah, it's called Mr. Bone Sews. It's called Mr. Bone Sews. This is from Northcott, or Figo, or is it Figo? Figo, excuse me, it's Figo Fabrics. Mr. Bone Sews, you can still find it in some places. The whole collection, it's hard to find the whole collection. It was almost like a limited run. I'll fix that in a minute. It was almost like a limited run because I don't think there was a whole bunch out there. But you can still find some of the fabrics out there. There are 8 different patterns in the whole collection. There is a 9th one that is a tote bag, but I didn't get that one because I didn't really want that one. How many blocks will be in this quilt, and will you want to do it this week? Karen, I will not be finishing it this week, that is for sure. We will not be doing all the blocks on live stream. There will be times that I do these on my own because there's a lot of blocks that need to get done, but we'll pop in and do another block every now and again, basically. So when I feel like it, we'll get around to doing another block, and we'll just keep chugging away at it. Hopefully by the end of the year we might be able to finish it. It would be great to get it done by the end of the year, but we'll just take it a block at a time, right? So we'll see what happens. Blocks are beautiful. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate that. Do you think she'll do another collection? Zaza, we asked her on the podcast. She joined Becca and I for the podcast, which, by the way, there's a new episode on Wednesday. You will not want to miss that one. I highly suggest everybody watch the new podcast episode on Wednesday because the teaser alone. Yeah. Anywho, she did say that she has started working on a second collection, but she hasn't progressed with it. So is there a chance of another collection? Yes. Whether that actually happens, I don't know. Nikki says, oh my God, I sewed these blocks wrong again. I am so sorry, Nikki. That's terrible. All right, guys. It's time for a break, right? Zaza, I agree. Nikki, it's time for a break. Go walk away. Go eat a cookie or some cake or something. Guys, that's all I got for today. I'm going to go rest. I'm going to go rest for a little bit, and then I'll probably go in and work some more on the Alaska project that I have. And then from there, I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm going to end here for now. I hope everybody has a great rest of your week. If you have tomorrow off, I hope you have an enjoyable day off. And I think that's it. Yep, I'm going to walk away and look at my little pool that is too cold outside to get into. Man, don't you hate that? Don't you hate when you have a pool and it's just too cold to get into? When I house sat for my friends, like in December, it was like, man, I wish I could get in I wish they had a heated pool because that would be nice, but they didn't. So it is what it is. All right, guys, I love each and every one of you. Remember, guys, normal is just sitting on the dryer. I will see you all next Sunday, the day after my birthday, when I turn 40. Bye.